when you hit the lock button or unlock button, they also work like that. So yeah, they work pretty cool. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's having a great day. I want to first start off by thanking all you guys who subscribed to my channel. This is your first time watching one of my videos. Do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button for me. All right, guys, so we're going to switch it up today. Lately, I've been doing a lot of 95.4 light lean content. I just got my new project a couple months ago. And if you guys haven't seen any of the videos, please go ahead and check them out. The truck is coming along really, really nice. Right now, it's not in the garage. I actually have the truck at the body shop and getting some paint work and body work done to the truck that I've been wanting to get done. And today I'm gonna take full advantage of that, of it not being here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some stuff to the Highlander today. I went ahead the other day and ordered a daytime LED running light, and it also acts as a sequential turn signal light. So hopefully it turns out pretty cool. It looks really good in the pictures, but today I'm gonna show you guys how to install that, how to wire it in, and hopefully it looks and works really great. But first, let's check out the product. All right, guys, here on the bench, I actually have the LED lights. These are all the instructions you get right here. This is it. Not much. So today we are gonna hopefully wire this bad boy up. These are the connectors, and these are the lights themselves. Take these out of the wrapper. So there you go. So like I said, these actually go in place of the old lamps. And unfortunately, these go in through the back of the bumper. So I'm not gonna take the bumper off. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the fender liner out and try to get it through back there. I'm trying to make this user-friendly as possible. And there's the cutout for the fog light, so you still utilize the fog light. And this just goes in here. So we need to snap this in through the back. And I believe the fog light bolts up to these 3 holes here, but we'll find out. First thing is we need to go ahead and jack it up and take off the wheel and take off the fender liner and see what we're working with. But yeah, man, the Highlander is looking really good with the lower spoiler, the upper roof rack, and the drop springs. Man, that thing is looking killer, guys. If you haven't seen the videos of me installing those items on the Highlander, please go ahead and check them out. It's actually looking really, really nice. My wife loves it. I like the way it looks. I don't mind driving it. But yeah, let's get this thing jacked up and take off the tire. All right, guys, once we get the fender liner out of our way, we can see here is the old fog lamp bracket. Okay, so this is the one we need to remove. There's gonna be 4 Phillips screws. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 on top. I'm gonna use a screwdriver. Get this side off. Once we get all 4 Phillips screws, this clip needs to come out. You just pop it out with the screwdriver here. And don't forget, guys, we need to save all this hardware because this is the same hardware that we need to install everything back on. So once we get that, we can release the housing assembly, and out of the way it comes. And we can just leave it hanging here because we're gonna need to put it right back on. So this is our housing that we need to replace, okay? But it's gonna be held in by another clip here, and another 10mm down here, and there should be another clip on top that's holding it, and that is all that's holding it. We can pull this right off the bumper. Clip this thing down. Okay, like a wrist, and then we get the top. The top one needs to come out as well. We can just pop this one right off. Like I said, there's a 10mm down here on the bottom. Okay, once that's off, we can grab our housing out from right here and pull it towards us. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is our new one. Compare the sides. This is gonna be the right hand side, and let's go ahead and put this back in the same way we just took it out. So this just goes And make sure we clip in all these little clips onto the side. See how these clipped in right here? You want those all to go in. And we can go ahead, go back in reverse order. All right, before we install fog lamp housing assembly back on, we want to make sure that this is wrapped over the wire. You want the wires wrapped these underneath or over here. You don't want them to go in between because you're going to pinch the wires. So I'm going to just run them right below it like this, and I'm going to install the fog lamp assembly back on. Okay, we got that back on. We can go ahead and put our 4 screws back in the holes. They all line back up. We have our wire hanging out the side. So I got everything back on over here on the passenger side. And I already went ahead and did the driver's side as well, since it was the same. But the only thing that was different was there is a transmission cooler right here that's in the way. But it's still able, you're still able to do it even with the fender liner out the way. You can still reach all the Phillips screws. Everything is still accessible as far as getting all the screws out the way. So don't let this discourage you. It's just a transmission cooler. It's not in the way. You can still work around it. So I got everything buttoned up. I got all the lights back on. So the light housings are on. And now we just need to figure out the wiring, okay? And like I said, the wiring instructions are not the greatest. It just basically says that the blue and the yellow wires are the turn signal lights. And the red wires accessory on, black wires negative. That's all it's telling us, okay? So here we have the harness. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just hook up the lights for now and then run the wires to the top of the car. All right, so now I'm gonna make this connection here on the driver's side. And like I was saying earlier, there's actually a little notch in here. So if you can see that little notch in there on top, that needs to match the notch on top, and put those together and it should go in together nice and smooth. All right, once we got our connections made, now for the fun part, we need to figure out the wiring. We know that the yellow and the blue are turn signal, okay? So I think I need to go ahead and tap into the turn signal here on this side and then tap into the turn signal side over here in order for this to realize that this turn signal is coming on, okay? So that's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna run this wire back this way, and I just ran it underneath here for now, and hopefully I have enough room to reach this side of the connector. The turn signal bulb is here, okay? So if you push this clip in here, we can pop this off and in here. So this is our turn signal bulb right here, and we can just twist this, reach in here and twist the bulb off so I can get to the harness. And okay, so we need to get to this red wire, okay? That's the one we need to tap in for our turn signal. So these are T-taps. I've used these before in my previous videos when I installed the rear parking lights on the lower bumper. I use these T-taps here, guys. These look really, really well. I definitely recommend these. That way you don't mess up the car's harness. We're not cutting or splicing into anything. These are just tapping into the harness, and we are not damaging any of the harness. We're not worrying about cutting or nothing. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this and we're gonna pinch the red wire with this right here, okay? And we're gonna use some pliers or go ahead and make the connection. So yeah, we're just gonna tap into the red one for our turn signal. And let me grab some pliers. Let's go ahead and use these. These might work. Sorry about the mess, guys. And we're just gonna grab into here. Okay, so that's going to be for our left side, and now we got to do the same on that side. All right, guys, so I tapped into our passenger side as well, and I'm going to go ahead and install our tap over here, and just to see if we have any kind of power going to it. So let me get some wire strippers here. Let's strip back some more of this wire here. We can go ahead and pinch this off here. And we can make our connections in here. Now that we got enough room here, I should be able to tuck this wire around to the bottom, but just in case, I'm gonna leave it loose for now. Yeah, baby. Good job. Really good job. Cleaned his own butt. Nice job. That deserves some ice cream. I have everything loose. That's why I still have the fender liners out, in case I have a bad connection somewhere. I need more slack. So I'm just gonna ground it out here for now and power it up. Okay, so we got our lights on. They're working perfect. Let's go ahead and turn the turn signal. So I'm gonna go key on. Bam. Hell yeah. Check the other side. That's cool. All right, guys, so now that we know that the lights work, we need to figure out a way to wire them up so they come on only when we turn the key on, and they turn off when we turn the key off. And the best way to do that is to tap into the fuse block here. And we need to find a fuse that actually comes on. Car's ignition is turned on and turns off when the car's ignition is turned off. And the safest way and best way to do it is by using one of these. This is called an added fuse. And what this does is it protects the circuit that we're going to be tapping into, and also protects the item that we're going to be adding to the circuit. So if our item decides to short out or have a malfunction, it won't short out the whole system. It's just going to pop the fuse for that item and not hurt the rest of the circuit. So this is the best way to do it. I'm going to link these up below, which one's the one that we're going to be using. So don't forget if you're going to be adding these lights, you definitely want to have one of these. And I'm also going to be linking out these as well, guys. The T-taps are going to be a lifesaver for you guys. So right now, let's go ahead and tap into the circuit. Actually going to be using this 10 amp fuse right here, okay? The very first one on this corner right here. This is the fuse that we are going to be using. This fuse here. And when you remove this fuse, go ahead and add it to the added fuse. And all we're going to do is slide that in there, okay? So now we have a fuse for the circuit that we're tapping into and a fuse for the lights, okay? And we're going to have to add, on this end, we're going to connect the positive side of the lights. We just need to strip some of the wire back. Go ahead and insert the wire in here. Wire pliers and pinch the wire. Go ahead and just insert the tap in here. Like so. And that is it. And now we just need to ground the circuit. And we're just going to ground the circuit on the negative terminal of the battery. Little eye outlet like this. So this is what I'm going to use. Slide that under here like that. And we just need to double check to make sure our lights work. Lights are working perfect. All right, so that tells us right there that this is working good. We got a good connection. We got a good connection here. So all we can do now is I'm actually gonna put some electrical tape around here, and just to make sure that no moisture or water gets in here. It's gonna be inside the fuse box, but just to be safe, now that we got some electrical tape on there, we can go ahead and just wrap this in here. Go ahead and grab our cover and put our cover back on here. It's nice and tucked away. All right, guys, I got it all buttoned back up. I got the wheels back on. I got it dropped back down on the ground. And what I did for the wires, as far as hiding the wires, I ran it underneath this cover here, and I ran it all the way along here. You can see a little bit here, and ran it out this way. That way it's kind of hiding and not just dangling in the engine compartment. And the same thing over here. It came out of the cover here, and I just have it right here. Let's go ahead and turn the lights on and see how well they look. super good. I'm actually really impressed on how well they look and how well they turned out. I'm gonna put the products and links in the description below on where you can get them. I got mine off Amazon, and I got the T-tabs off Amazon as well. You don't want to forget to get those because those help out as far as tapping into the electrical harness and not cutting it and splicing it. You don't want to do that. You definitely just want to tap into the harness. So I'll put a link in the description below for those as well. If you have any questions, any comments on how to install these, or you have any issues installing yours, please come in the comments below, and I'll try to get to you as soon as I can. Please like, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.